Welcome back, folks. My name is LastKnownMeal, and today we're gonna talk about something which absolutely blew me away. So for the past 2 days I had about 20 people send me this video, and the first time that I saw this I was like, okay, you sent me an image of a train station, what's going on here? And then I actually realized that this is done in Unreal Engine 5. This is not real life. So today we're going to be taking a look at Etchū-daimon station done by Lorenzo Drago. So this is basically the real life train station in Toyama, Japan. And the first time that, they sent me this, I was blown away by the level of quality and level of detail he actually managed to create here, and what he managed to do here is absolutely insane. Like, the first moment that I saw, like, okay, this is not real, is like, for example, when this transition happens from day to night. So, like, for example, looking at the reflections itself, and obviously he was using lumen to lit the entire scene, I'm still blown away by the level of quality Unreal Engine 5 actually offers here. And one of the biggest selling points definitely is that he used the VR headset and the VR controller, so obviously to be able to create this camera movement, which kind of resembles how a camera would be used in like a real life situation. And obviously that definitely increased the overall realism of this whole scene. Now, you probably have seen this going around everywhere on the internet, and it got my attention going, because imagine having this in a horror game scenario right now. And like, this is the first time where actually a horror game with these sort of for example, graphics would be able to scare me, because I'm not someone who is easily scared of video games, because honestly, when I look at, for example, jump scares, it just doesn't work on me. But what works on me is the actual scene and the feeling you have from a scene. So here, this is the perfect example what something could look scary, because it looks so realistic to the point where you think, okay, this is like something that could be insane if you, for example, put like a creature or somewhere to look through you through the window and all, because it looks so realistic. Now, the foliage itself is done by Quixel Megascans, and it's being lit by Lumen itself. As you know, Drago actually says here, they didn't use nanite, which is again one of the craziest thing, that nanite wasn't being used here. But wow, I am honestly blown away by this, and it just trickled my imagination, thinking what sort of possibilities we could do right now. Because when I, for example, think about video games that I grew up with, where most of those video games, for starting on N64, then going to PlayStation, you had a couple of polygons and everything was looking like cubes. And now when you look at this, there is no difference between real life and this. I wouldn't be surprised if our world here is basically running on Unreal Engine 6 or 7 or something like that. So as he says here, for example, for this project I wanted to get as close to photorealism as possible. I used camera matching to get accurate proportions and made careful use of reference. I adjusted the measurements afterwards to help with modularity. Aside from detailed textures and alphas created from photographs, I created all textures from scratch in Painter and made custom materials in Unreal for use of vertex painting or mask to break up repetition. And to basically shoot this video, he used real-time VR tracking to emulate a handheld camera and flashlight. It is absolutely insane how this engine was made and how much it can be pushed. Now obviously, photorealistic graphics are not everything when it comes to video games, but think about just, horror games. Think about sort of mystery games you can produce with this. And not just that, for example, when VR becomes more accessible, because VR right now is really cool, but at the same time, the generation of VR that we have right now is still really not attractive for a lot of people, because it's, number one, expensive, two, it's difficult to use, three, you need to have a very good PC in order to kinda run VR games if you're going for that. And at the same time, obviously, it can become tedious for a lot of people who have potentially motion sickness. But I'm just thinking about all of the possibilities which are going to be possible later on, especially looking at how well reflections are being done and how this flashlight movement looks insane, and how it reflects on surfaces, going from this shadow on this railing here, and how he moves the flashlight, and how basically the shadow behind the railing moves to the point where it's just insane. I am confused by this video. I don't know, I'm just blown away by this. So I really wanted to show this because, you know, I don't get surprised that easily today. But just thinking about what sort of video games could be possible in the future when it comes to graphics, and how insane and how far we've came when it comes to all of that, just tickles my imagination to think further and to just see all of the possibilities here. So obviously we're gonna be seeing more and more of this, and I'm just wondering if you know, you're gonna have a studio crazy enough to do a project like this, because it would be a shame if we don't have something like this turned into a video game. And not even that, just looking at the photos themselves, it basically looks like photos you would make with a camera. Even like, for example, during the night when you have like some of the grain in the image, which could, you know, go from like the fog and everything, it absolutely paints that picture really well. And obviously combined with the reflections and how basically lumen is used here is something that I didn't really expect to see. So yeah, I wanted to show you all this. Yeah, I know. Tell me down below, what do you think about this? Like, tell me down below, what do you think about all of these like possibilities we can have in the future? Because I'm finally like kind of gonna go into like horror games. Finally, if we have horror games which look like this, because jump scares for me are nothing, but the atmosphere is something which can, you know, kind of make me nervous and make me, you know, unease when I'm playing something like this, or especially when I look at something so done realistically, which basically Unreal Engine 5 actually allows today. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna leave obviously the full video down below along with a ArtStation link, so definitely check it out. I like subscribe to this person because I'm really looking forward to see like what is going to be the breakdown of those scenes and how he managed to achieve this. But yeah, this is LKM signing out. Don't forget to tell me down below what do you think about all of this, and of course don't forget to check us out on Twitter and Discord, and also huge thanks to my current Patreon supporters. This is LKM signing out. Stay classy everyone, and bye bye.